Guys, check out this absolutely stunning 1977 Yamaha RD400. This thing is all original, right down to the paint job on it. Low miles. Billy's gonna do a little demo on us.
Cold start here.
Cold start. 13,000 miles on it. It's been tuned to perfection by the pros here at Kaplan Cycles. Quite an extensive work order on this one. It was taken right down. Everything's been cleaned, tuned, polished, and primed, and it's ready for a new home. Everything works on this bike. Electrically, it's a 10. Mechanically, it's a 10. It's got a brand new Magura master cylinder, brand new calipers. I'll go over everything in a minute, but show us what's new, Billy.
All right.
Bill Blythe, the pilot of this bike right now, won the RZ Cup for Yamaha at Daytona in the pro class, and won multiple championships racing on RDs, so he's our resident RD guru. So he is well versed at the power band of these two-strokes, and they are fast. The brakes are awesome, they're lightweight. This one's got brand new brakes all the way around, brand new IRC tires, and is tuned perfectly. Sounds wonderful with the stock factory exhaust. The mags look like Morris mags from the era. They roll real nice. The RD350 I just rode has the spoke wheels. The mags are definitely zero maintenance, definitely more durable than the spoke wheels. And he's got a really cool look as they roll down the road for sure. It's a period correct hot rod. The original factory metallic paint is intact. Those are the decals. Front end gets light on it real easy. 6-speed transmission, twin cylinder, 2-stroke. Motorcycle is designed and proven with a long lineage of racing history. Heart is faster than my camera. These are awesome bikes to ride on the back roads and racetracks or around town. They're very versatile, lightweight, super durable, easy to work on, and very reliable. Oil injected 2-stroke. He's gone. This one, the engine tests a perfect 140 PSI. I'll go over the work order when we get inside. Rocket chip. Man, oh man, that thing sounds nice.
Feels like a brand new motorcycle.
Wow.
That's right.
Really nice. Mechanically, this thing's a 10. Electrically, it's a 10. Cosmetically, it's a solid 8 or 9. It's all original, almost 50 years old. Billy had pointed out that it has the tailpiece on it, unlike the earlier RDs, giving it a little more modern look, a little more square coffin tank, and the mag wheels kind of make a statement too. Definitely a lot of fun to ride. Interesting story. The manager of Mickey Finn's Honda on the Vernon Turnpike in Newington, I worked there through high school and into my early 20s, and also at New England Cycle Sales too. He ran a Honda dealer for damn near close to 50 years. You know what he rode to work every single day and still rides to this day, and he's 70 years old? A Yamaha RD400.
Really?
Yes, yeah. He has a red one, and it's kind of ironic that he owned a Honda dealership, ran a Honda dealership, but he loved this two-stroke. And Honda never really had a potent two-stroke street bike like this. And to this day, he still has that bike, and it's got over 50,000 miles on it. I think he's rebuilt the motor a couple times, but he loves that bike. Bill, what are your thoughts about this machine?
Really, Ken, these things are built for the long run. You know, they're robust. It's a two-stroke, and you know, you think two-stroke, you think fragile. I put 35,000 miles on one of these things and never had the top end off.
Wow.
I took care of it. I always ran Yamaha bar oil, the best oil you could have. Made sure things were adjusted properly, but it was a bike that would go like hell and stop on a dime and give you a nickel change. You know, and this, Ken, is the end of the run. This is the one, the end of the unrestricted two-stroke street bikes. The next year, the 1979 Yamaha RD400 had a flapper valve in the exhaust to try and beat the emissions laws. So, and they did. They were able to get the bike into America for that one last year. But this is unrestricted. It's got no flapper valves, no restrictions.
It's like the last of the muscle two-strokes.
Last of the Mohicans. This is it, you know, and this is a 1 year only bike. It's got a special tail section, like you're saying, Ken, and a few other little amenities. The brakes are, I mean, single disc front and rear, but it really does stop on a dime. These are fantastic motorcycles, beautifully engineered.
It's got a brand new Magura master cylinder and brake lever, along with a braided stainless brake line and a brand new caliper and pads. So it is a brand new brake system, but it's been upgraded with the stainless lines and the Magura master cylinder. The front tire is brand new, as are the brakes. The forks are in mint condition. The headlight ears aren't bent. The headlight bucket is mint.
And just to say, Ken, to mention, this is a racer's upgrade. This braided stainless line, the housing of the plastic line would expand under hard braking, so the stainless steel braiding keeps the line firm and makes for a firmer brake pedal, or brake lever in this case.
The mirrors are reproductions of the original. They're brand new. You can see the gauges are nice and crisp and clear. It's got a nice set of Superbike style bars on there. The seat cover is brand new also. The paint is the original. Sadly, it's got some scratches right here from the garage. It was in the garage, and I think a rake or something scratched it. That could be professionally easily sanded and repainted and touched up. We didn't want to mess with originality at all, because when you have a 50-year-old classic like this, it's not something that you want to you know, when you repaint it, you don't know, is this an original Survivor or not? This is an original Survivor. You can see the fuel tank was cleaned inside. Oh, Billy, tell them about the fuel tank, the inside of the tank.
We opened the tank and our jaws dropped to the floor. It's like brand new inside.
Want to show them?
There is not a mark of rust or anything. And I recall now.
It's remarkable.
Seeing a picture of it.
It looks brand new.
Let me see if my flashlight will light it up in there. Look at that.
It's there's no rust, no degradation, and it's not been. We did rinse the tank out to make sure there's no stale fuel, but whoever stored the bike originally did it right. Even the gasket is nice, because it's usually they're all decayed and funky, and I mean, you wouldn't believe what we see inside a vintage motorcycle gas tank. It's almost like a sludge, but that tank
science experiment
looks beautiful. We did clean it out. We did wax it and polish it. We did put a new fuel petcock on it. We did put new fuel lines. The cars were removed and put in a carb cleaning tank, thoroughly cleaned and rebuilt inside and out with new jets, a new air filter, replacement air filter. The oil injector pump was serviced, and the cables lubed and adjusted. You can see the cylinder fins and heads are in beautiful condition, as are the engine cases and side covers. And the original shifter, the original pegs are in really good condition. The center stand, chain and sprockets are in excellent condition. And also on the rear, there is another brand new rear tire with just the miles Billy put on it up and down the road here. So to find a better sorted RD400 than this, well, they're few and far between. We try to buy every one we can get to restore, and very rarely do we find one that is this nice and turns out this nice. Usually they've been hammered into submission with headers on them and missing air boxes, and you know, they've been dragged down the street and back. This is just remarkable.
Yeah, every back road tuner wanted to make these bikes faster, but I always felt like with mine that there was a group of engineers in Japan that worked for a company called Yamaha that built this bike, and it was better than any engineering in the backyard that I could ever do for it. So I left the stock pipes on mine and it performs just as well or even better than some modified bikes.
I mean,
in stock.
you have a long history of racing the RDs also, so not only on the street, 35,000 on the street, but quite a few laps around Daytona and everywhere else, right?
Right on. Yeah. I did a lot of racing around the Northeast and beyond with the RD400 and an RD350. The 400's a better bike. Mag wheels, disc brakes, front and rear. They're both great bikes, but this is an evolution of that same theory. So they just took it to the next level with this. Actually, the same pistons fit in this bike as do in the RD350. It's just a longer stroke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep. So that was.
I always thought it was a bigger bore cylinder. That's and I should have known. In the words of Super Hunky, Rick Simon. The rear master cylinder is rebuilt, and the new rear caliper is brand new. It's a brand new replacement caliper and brake pads, and so the whole brake system, front and rear, is new, as are the tires and the battery and the jets and the gear oil and the grips and the mirrors and a few other things, as I mentioned. The swing arm was repainted. The center stand was repainted. The brake lever, the brake. The peg mounts were repainted. Let's see what else. The engine side cover was repainted. You see that's nice and fresh. The original factory paint was retained on the rest of the bike to prove the originality and condition of it. The passenger pegs are new. Those are new reproduction passenger pegs. I think I pretty much covered everything. There was a pretty extensive work order, 38 hours labor plus parts. And taxes, the total came to over $6,000. It was $6,100 in the restoration. The bike had been sitting a while, so we had to go through everything, and it took a whole week minus 2 hours. So I'm sure there's probably 2 hours worth of ordering parts in there that they didn't calculate for. But anyways, it was 38 hours that we billed out on it, on the restoration and preservation work order.
Did you notice how quiet this engine is?
Yeah, 140 PSI, it's tight as a tiger.
Yeah, right. And it's quiet. I mean, there's no rattle, no slap. And these fins definitely radiate any sound. You know, they're dampened, but they still radiate the sound if there's a piston slap or any kind of wear in the cylinder. But this bike shows none of that. It really is tight as a tiger, as you say.
One of the nicest original unfettered with stock two-strokes and the end of an era, really, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Yep, right. It was the last of the last. I don't think any of the other manufacturers were still making two-strokes for the street as of 1978.
This will be on display in the museum till it goes to its new home. Unfortunately, we can't keep it. The museum is 100% funded from the sale of motorcycles and some ticket sales, but I don't think the ticket sales cover the electric bill in there, but it is what it is. So we buy and sell these classics and restore them and get to play with them for a little while, but ultimately we have to find it a new home. Remarkably well-preserved original. There are a couple dings in the front fender right here, which a dent magician could probably pop out. Other than that, you know, she's remarkably clean and original. Thanks for watching. Give us a call. We can finance this bike through Freedom Road Financing. We can also ship it anywhere in the world. And if you want to leave it here on display, this is one of the few bikes we would want to, that we're pretty selective about what we put in the museum. This is one I think that would be at home on the second floor of the museum over there with the other classic vintage Yamahas. Thanks for watching. God bless the United States of America.